million. How many times do I have to say this? 27 million subscribers, 30 billion lifetime views. You're a pimple on my ass. I literally don't even know who you are. So you come in here talking about audience? And oh, you're a snake. Okay, you're a turtle. You're a scorpion. Audience. Whatever. Do I win now?
I didn't say anything about audience. What are you talking about? Are you a lunatic?
You did. You just said, oh, yeah, the left wing's audience has got a problem with him. I know the left wing better than he does. Oh, yeah,
you're trying to cozy up with right-wingers.
What
were you doing at TPUSA, Cenk? Trying to cozy in with right-wingers like Charlie Kirk, kissing their ass. You're literally kissing up to them because you want in good, because the left is rejecting center-left policies now.
Andrew Wilson, who is a friend of the show, just demolished Cenk Chunky Yogurt live on Piers Morgan Uncensored. Piers Morgan was moderating the debate. It's such a good one. And, you know, Andrew Wilson doesn't ever hold back, so I'm very excited to show you guys this. I'm actually blind reacting to it, so you guys are seeing my live authentic reaction to this debate. So let's just get straight into it. By the way, for the algorithm, obviously you guys know. If you're not new here, you know we comment Chunky Yogurt, his expiration date for the algorithm. But without further ado, let's get into the video. By the way, I will make sure that I link Andrew Wilson's YouTube channel, The Crucible, down below in the description, because obviously give him credit, and his wonderful wife, Rachel Wilson. Let's get into it.
Anger about the idea that you may end what seems to be a very American thing, the very ethos of the country, this birthright citizenship. What do you feel?
It's a very un-American thing. The 14th, or I'm sorry, this was never, by the way, never set up so that people could come in, have a baby, and then anchor themselves to the child. And that's what's been going on. It's been going on for years. We know it's been going on for years. This was designed for things like for immigrants who came in legally. They have children here. Of course, those are United States citizens. Nobody's disputing that. What we're disputing is that you can just come in illegally, have a child on American soil, and then try to anchor yourself to that child. That is not in the spirit of what we're even talking about. Of course, Trump wants to end it. It's bad policy across the board. It's always been bad policy across the board. And I hope the Supreme Court, it gets challenged by the Supreme Court so we could get it in front of them so that they can interpret it correctly, because that's not the way this is supposed to be applied.
Cenk?
Yeah, so first let me address what he said, and then I'll come back to this. So look, guys, what happened on May 30th was nothing but a protest. But if they attack Secret Service guys, then they should be arrested. That's a violent crime. I'm principled on both of those things. And in Portland, when they took over a portion of the city, I was against it. Like, well, that's not a thing. You don't get to take over a portion of a city. I was against it when gangs took over apartment complexes and buildings in Colorado. So if Trump stays with things that the American people are in favor of, getting rid of the violent felons that are undocumented here, that's going to be very popular, whether the left likes it or doesn't like it, right? But when he goes too far and he goes to things like birthright citizenship, then people are going to push back. And that's when it gets interesting. Is Trump going to double down and go, no, I'm going to, go to demagogue on this and get you people to hate foreigners coming in, et cetera, and I don't care what the Constitution says, and we're going to change the way America is, and you're no longer an American if you're born here. We're going to judge you based on where you're from, et cetera. That'll be very unpopular. Does he dig in, or does he, as he does sometimes, go, man, you know what? I gave it a shot, didn't work, and retract? I hope that that's the direction he goes, because this whole look, brother, if you have a problem with a part of the Constitution, you need to go through the right process. You need to go and do an amendment. Like, I want to do an amendment to get money out of politics. But when Biden was in office, I didn't think he should just come in and go, forget what the Supreme Court said. Forget what the Constitution said. Let's go nuts and do whatever the hell we want. That's not how it works.
Well, gee, I never thought about that. I didn't know that we were supposed to go through a process of law for these things, which is exactly what Trump is doing via his executive order, which then hopefully will get it in front of the Supreme Court, which looks like that's what the plan is.
That's part of the legal process.
By the way, just so you know, the interpretation of this, that's what we're really talking about, is the interpretation. Ultimately here, it is not, and you need to agree with me on this, it is not in the spirit that you can come in and have a child here and anchor yourself to the child specifically so that you have some pathway or motivation to citizenship. You say it's not a part of the legal process. Yes, these challenges, getting in front of the Supreme Court, getting in front of various courts, is part of the process. It's been done this way time and time and time again. Also, I reject categorically what you said, just lied to the audience. You called Trump bunker boy, right? He was going down to the bunker during the protest to inspect it. Ha, 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 right? You didn't care at all.
Yeah.
You weren't denouncing political violence. You weren't denouncing these people getting beat up. You didn't care when the violence is on your side like a typical Democrat. You don't care at all, Cenk.
Very typical, by the way. I love the way that Andrew Wilson says Cenk. He's like, Cenk. I like that. Cenk, Chunky Cenk. Maybe Chunky Cenk is his new name, but he's so correct here because there's something with Democrats where they all of a sudden turn a blind eye when it comes to political violence if it's ever perpetrated by the left. I see this with my co-host from The Grudge, Luke Beasley. He seems to think that right-wing political violence is more prevalent than left-wing political violence. Has he ever seen for months straight, the summer of so-called love? Remember, after George St. Floyd died, left-wing political violence, we see Antifa, et cetera, but for some reason, the Democrats ignore it. Funny. Very funny and ironic.
You don't care. And you've never cared. The only reason you care now is because you want to kiss.
And I condemn it every time people do violence. Literally
okay,
every
I'll
time.
say snake. But the thing is, Snake, is that you're just trying to kiss the right wing's ass now to get back in with them because the left has categorically rejected you, and that's what's actually happening.
Cenk, is that what's happening?
By the way, if you guys think that's what's happening, please comment below because we've been covering Cenk and Anna Kasparian kind of ditching the left on this channel. So please let me know, do you think it's genuine from Chunky Cenk? Or do you think it's because the left is starting to reject him? Please let me know. I always read the comments. I respond to a lot of comments. So please let me know. And while you're at it, subscribe, like, do it all. Help boost the channel, okay? Comment an orange heart. Let's continue.
You amuse me. Yeah, this guy amuses me. So, like, you think calling me Snake is going to somehow win you the debate? Good luck with that childish.
I already won the debate.
Why is Chunky trying to say that that's how Andrew Wilson thinks he's winning the debate? As Andrew Wilson brilliantly noted, he's already won. So, yeah, he's going to make fun of your name while he's at it. Because why not? Why the F not?
A way of going. You did because you said it. Okay, that, by the way, another great debating tactic. Just saying you won. And second,
what Cenk is pretty much doing here, the Chunky Cenk, if you will, he's filibustering. He's trying to eat up the time by saying, oh, Andrew Wilson, you think you're simply winning on this stupid name calling. No, we all know that's not what Andrew Wilson is doing. He's not saying I won this debate because I turned your stupid name into a funny name, obviously. So Cenk, this Chunky Cenk, he's just trying to waste the time, trying to derail or attempting to derail Andrew Wilson's debate takedown, except he's incorrect. So if you have like half a brain, you can follow along and understand what's going on here.
second of all, we have 27 million. How many times do I have to say this? 27 million subscribers, 30 billion lifetime views. You're a pimple on my ass. I literally don't even know who you are. So you come in here talking about audience? And oh, you're a snake. Okay, you're a turtle. You're a scorpion. Audience. Whatever. Do I win now?
I didn't say anything about audience. What are you talking about? Are you a lunatic?
You did. You just said, oh, yeah, the left wing's audience has got a problem with it.
I said you lied to your audience. You're trying to cozy up with right-wingers. What were you doing at TPUSA, Cenk? Trying to cozy in with right-wingers like Charlie Kirk, kissing their ass. You're literally kissing up to them because you want in good, because the left is rejecting center-left policies now. That's what's happening.
Hey, brother,
they either want to go far left or far right.
Okay, listen, brother. As you see me bitch slapping you right here on national airwaves.
The only thing you can bitch slap.
What part of that seems like cozying up? What's the part of that seems like cozying up to the right? I think you're an idiot. I think you love that coup on January 6th. I think you hate our democracy. I think you hate our Constitution. So what part of that is cozying up to the right wing? Bitch?
I hate snakes like you who try to get in as good as you can with a weak right like Charlie Kirk when you have weaponized political violence yourself.
Oh, Charlie Kirk is weak right and you're strong right.
At the same time, at the same time, you say, "Wait a second! Oh, I can't believe the J6ers coup d'etat. You didn't give a damn. You've never given a damn. We have your words on record. You flip flop. You're the biggest flip flopper on the left. You're known for it. People make
I
fun
haven't
of you
changed a
for it
single
because you
policy
move positions. You and Anna
But you don't care
Kasparian
about
both move
principles. All you
positions
care
like a
about
tube
is,
of toothpaste.
Trump, I love Trump. Oh, I love Trump so much.
And all
That's
you
your
care about
policy
is Trump
principle.
derangement
Get the
syndrome.
fuck
All
outta
you have is
here.
Trump derangement.
Dude.
Wow. Wow. There's so much I can say here. I mean, truthfully, Andrew Wilson's kind of making me feel a little insecure because maybe I'm too much of the stupid right where I kind of buy into these things because I know people can change their opinions. You know, maybe I was too soft on Chunky Yogurt and Anna Kasparian. Truthfully, Andrew Wilson is making me rethink my positions, which honestly, I'm not offended by because I know that as a woman, my judgment is next to zero level that you should listen to it. Like, I always trust a man over my own judgment. Anyways, let's get back to this. Is this not a great debate? Wow.
Syndrome.
All right, let me try. And,
TDS, always on display.
But wait a minute.
Time
How can
out,
you
time
say,
out,
wait,
time
hold
out.
on. I
All
gotta
right,
say
listen.
one thing.
You
Piers,
both
I gotta
made
say
your
one
feelings
thing.
clear.
How could I have,
No,
how
Cenk,
can
hang
you
on.
say that I'm cozying up to the right and say I have Trump derangement syndrome?
All right.
Make up your mind. You're a very poor thinker.
We watched the entirety of his entire first term. You were Russia, Russia, Russia. He's a colluder. He's evil. He's this and that. And he flip-flopped on that position the second it was politically expedient.
Okay. Let me try and...
None of those things are true.
Let me try and move on
They're all
to...
true.
Guys, let's move on to some policy debate. Andrew, let me ask you, do you feel like the woke worm is in reverse as strongly as I'm sensing it is? And it's specifically... just a simple statement from Trump that the policy of the United States will be to recognize two genders, male and female. Well, duh. That's always been the case. It's just incredible that the president of the free world effectively has to make this clear to people who'd lost their minds and believe that actually men can be women and women can be men. But do you feel that this has been a big marker, beginning of the end of the woke mind virus, as Musk calls it?
No, it's not the end of the woke mind virus. You're going to always have to battle this as definitions change because people need to justify their insane and degenerate behavior in society. So they come up with all sorts of nonsense like this. In this particular case, the trans advocacy groups have done more to reverse any type of progress LGBTQ people in the United States have made in the last 30 years because of what they're trying to do with children and the fact that they don't care that you, as a Christian, do not believe at all that a man can become a woman. So yes, this is whiplash on that. There's going to be a lot more whiplash that's going towards that as people reject categorically what these people have been trying to push on us. You can look no further than what just happened at the inauguration. You have a female bishop. That's an impossibility. That is not Christian at all. You're not allowed to have female bishops. That is satanic. That's literally satanic to have a female bishop come up and say anything. You can laugh, but it is. That's Satan speaking. And the reason you're laughing is because it's true.
Well, Cenk, I'll get you to respond, but first of all, let's play the clip of that bishop, because my objection...
Guys, keep laughing at the stone hard truth, the stone cold truth here. Andrew Wilson speaks nothing but facts. So much respect to him and his wife. Please let me know in the comments below, guys, what you thought about this debate. Obviously, Andrew Wilson freaking killed it and red-pilled me even more than I already was. So shout out Andrew Wilson and his great wife, Rachel Wilson. Again, their channels will be linked down below. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you. You helped boost the video in the algorithm. Comment in orange heart if you did, and I will see you guys next time. Adios.